we focus in on yet another day. There is, well, the average person that goes about. Um, Bluebeard, you sit on the couch, Bosco Jr. in front of you. He is currently disguised as a miniature pirate. He looks up at you lovingly.
I'll pet him. Uh, that's a pretty good disguise you got going. I want to work on the beard, though. Could be thick. Give yourself some scars.
Bonita and Issue, as you approach, you do see this interaction happening.
Bosco, where did he disappear off to now?
I'm still not sure what he feeds that thing. I don't see it eat. I just see it exist.
Well, as long as it doesn't bite off my other leg, I don't really care much.
Don't attempt it.
Just gonna move my right leg away from it a bit. Still got the left leg up.
It goes towards it a bit.
Uh,
It hugs your leg.
Keeping an eye on it. Alright. I gotta tell you, there's nothing on TV. I keep looking. 1,000 alien shows. Not a single one about pirates today.
Well,
Currently, Cooking with Flopdog is on.
Not even Somali pirates?
Not even Somali pirates.
That's
What the-
just irresponsible.
These guys have no class, I tell you.
Oh, Right.
So, there is a little bit of a message that flashes up on the TV, and quickly Bosco Jr. hits the remote and it goes away. Those of you that were paying attention to it, also Issue, you would know that the message says, go to the briefing room.
Alright, Issue, what'd that say? I didn't see it.
Go to the briefing room. He just stands and starts walking. I love how you're like, everyone who's paying attention, also Issue.
Well, you see things in nanoseconds, so yeah.
I don't see a point
fraction.
in making you roll that because of all the extra vision stuff you have.
You make a good point. Issue just nods to Blue and sits his happy little ass down.
Bosco
here,
Jr.
Pixel.
is left
Get your way.
behind, slowly gnawing
I'll
on
just
the
give a
table.
thumbs up.
He
No,
just kind of mutters under a breath. Friggin' God.
Pixel
They
drags
walk on
Bosco.
my man, clairvoyant ass person.
Not clairvoyant. Well,
Pixel
It's a-
can't drag things.
I know. But what if she could?
Alright. So, I'm sure many of you have already seen the report, however, it's become more urgent recently. We need an escort for Dr. Justin Alberts from the Soul Labs in New York City to its sister location in Los Angeles. Dr. Alberts has had many attempts on their life lately, most recently on the safe house, so he must be moved now. This relocation is intended to be as under the radar as possible. If hostiles are encountered, the safety of the doctor must come first. Disengage if possible.
What exactly was this guy working? Oh, come on.
You will also be transporting sensitive information and small devices. While these are important, the safety of the doctor is more important.
To answer your question, buddy, he's a geneticist.
Specific
I
project, because there's all sorts of geneticists. You have mundane geneticists that work on.
It's a bit classified, but very high profile. It makes sense. There's a lot of people out there. Who might we be expecting to attack? Blue?
The last few attacks were, well, previously. I'm trying to find the character sheets on the player side of it. Did not work out well. So, previously, most of the attempts have been made by a man who calls himself the Headhunter. Not much is known about the Headhunter other than the fact that he stands at about 8 feet tall with white skin. And when
Does
I
he have
say
a
white-
calling
white,
card?
Does Issue know about the Headhunter?
you could give me an investigation. And what were you going to say,
Yeah.
Benito?
I was just asking, really nothing about this guy. He doesn't have a calling card. He doesn't have a modus operandi. Nothing.
Every time he attacks, it is fairly reckless. He destroys almost everything nearby, and we have ceased putting cops in locations that he has been confirmed in due to the mass slaughter that he has committed.
At least we'll see it coming. He's really that tactless.
That is what one of the more recent defensive squads have thought. However, he did simply drop out of the sky on them at one point. His
What
exact
kind of-
abilities are
What do we
not-
have on our hands? What can the man fly or something? What do you mean dropped out of the sky?
We don't know if he dropped out of a helicopter or plane or anything, or if he simply flew. This is an unknown factor. He is not under any of our databases, and investigation into his identity has yielded no results.
So we have no idea.
Hmm.
And Issue, because of your role, while you don't actually know much about him, you are able to know this is what he looks like.
Hmm.
So he's Rob Zombie.
Jesus. Well, I don't know much about him, but he doesn't look human, that's for sure. Looks almost undead, maybe some sort of demon.
He looks like he'd be on the cover of one of those metal albums.
Blue, would it be possible to get some silver powder? Need some holy water.
Would I know where to get silver?
Well, just give me. You could probably get it at a pawn shop, actually.
Well, I mean, there are pawn shops. You're Mr. Moneybags, aren't you? We could just go by a pawn shop and buy some.
Oh wait,
I'm
yes,
more
I
interested
also.
in this tailor because we need to do some changing the duds. Which, by the way, that reminds me. Is there a picture of this Alan guy we're escorting so I can? We're supposed to be meeting.
Yes. Will be a moment, and I will draw that up. I say as I look through all my notes.
I guess I can get some. I guess I can get some more casual clothing.
That's the spirit.
I'll have to stop by my house. Spetsnaz is actually an offensive term, buddy.
What's it mean then, Mr. Expert?
A hologram is pulled up. It is of a fairly short, about 4.5 feet tall man, very much balding, wearing massive goggles that completely obscure his eyes. He has two tufts of hair on one tuft of hair on either side of his head, as well as one on top.
Okay, not saying this out loud. A question. Which of us has the most similar build to him?
Well, he's fairly stout, with that in mind, I believe it would be Bluebeard for the build itself, but for the height, I think, Bonita, you are the shortest.
Okay. Well then. Alright,
Well-
I can work with this.
All
I
right.
just need to do some shopping, if, like, detour.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions about the mission?
Remember when we discussed this previous?
Yes.
Do you still wish for me to? Hold on. I gotta look back at the conversation. He told me to like kidnap Julia, right? Or like take Julia and put her into the place.
The thing was for that is that they are using that as a distraction, which, by the way, the fan's getting loud again.
Ah, shit.
But they're basically using that as a distraction to do that.
So they're using the daughter as a distraction.
No, they're using... While this does need to be done, they're using the fact that this is being done as a distraction to get the daughter.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
I'd forgotten that.
is the daughter anyone special, or is this someone we can ignore?
The daughter, I'm afraid, information regarding her is classified.
Of course it is.
I'll tell you about it on the road.
He just
Well, no, it-
looks over at Issue, sighs. The daughter...
You know, we wouldn't have to talk behind your back if you were just more open with us.
Mm-hmm.
I am not legally allowed to divulge that information.
Alright,
However,
so
Issue...
plug
if you
your
wish to do
ears and-
so.
Yeah, plug your ears and I'll tell them. However, you block out your sound. Anyway, so the doctor, this doctor is a geneticist. He's working with the United States with the UW, to make the first human that was not similar genetically to any other human. That the genetic code is identical. Think of like a clone, like not the clone, yeah, but the person, I suppose, the best way to put it. This doctor we have was an assistant researcher. The project apparently failed. However, after some digging, I figured out that Albert, he took a liking to the girl. He sabotaged the project intentionally, took her for himself as a sort of a daughter. And so I'm guessing the purpose of this mission is to escort, and he does air quotes, Alberts, so Halo, or the UW, or the United States, or whoever can get their hands back on that girl.
That was not the original purpose of the mission.
But it's become
was
that.
what it became due to the information that you have provided. The doctor is working on a very important project that he needs to be alive in order to finish.
I still don't understand why you don't just leave the girl alone.
Well, first off, if she's simply left alone, then it's probable that this headhunter would go after her.
You know what I mean. I don't understand why you can't just let her live her life. Why you have to kidnap her, or whatever the hell you plan on doing.
Well, it doesn't really matter right now. The longer we leave him alone, the longer something might happen. So, probably get going. Either way.
And whatever. I'm not going to be the one to explain to him why his daughter's missing. That falls on you, Blue.
What?
Not you, Horizon.
I will...
I was a bit confused there.
I thought you were
Alright.
talking to Bluebeard as well.
No.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
wow!
We all got confused.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, he said he doesn't. he doesn't call Bluebeard blue. He calls him Jane. Blue Horizon's blue.
Okay.
He doesn't
I
respect
don't know,
him. He
I
doesn't
don't-
respect him enough.
We call James.
I kind of like that idea,
James.
throwing James under the bus for everything.
No. He doesn't respect Blue Horizon enough to use this full name.
Alright. I will handle it.
You have fun with it. Alright, everyone, let's go. I need to get some less conspicuous clothes. I think I need to get the jeans and such.
Some similar clothes as
I should probably
One
go back
last
and
thing, however.
grab my spare.
Mhm.
James,
I
I would like to give you this. He slides a credit card across the table.
okay. Pick
This
it
is
up.
a company credit card. It is used for any gas expenses, food, anything that you might need along this trip.
All right.
it's like a. Okay, never mind.
All right. Yeah, I can work with this. I'll put it in my wallet for now. So I'm gonna go home and grab me spare leg, just in case.
He nods.
Um,
Just be sure to do this in a timely manner.
Of course. Of course.
Do we ever do anything otherwise? Don't answer. Alright,
It's just like the image of the first wrecked Jeep as well as the Jeep that's sitting outside with a massive dent in the back. That just kind
That
of like
was
pops
not
up
me,
in the middle of
Blaine.
We
the
had.
table.
Okay, we had
Blames
nothing to
Dalton
do with that.
Bosco.
These are both military-like looking vehicles, right?
Yes.
Okay. This seems like a bad idea to take it if we're trying to be inconspicuous. This is clearly like a military-grade vehicle.
Alright, we need something.
Exactly. That
I'll
is
rent-
why
I'll
you
rent
are
a
going to be
car.
taking my personal car. He gives you keys, Benita.
Huh.
Please-
Oh, he is going to regret this.
Please tell me he fucking drives like a beat up Honda Civic. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's
that's
just
mighty,
funny.
that's mighty fine of you, young sir.
I don't normally drive truck, but I made an exception this time.
So why do
Wow,
we even
sure.
own a car if you can just fly everywhere? What do you hold on.
Wait a second.
Why would you own a car if you could just teleport anywhere? Oh,
Well, theoretically, I did like if I lost my car, I now have to travel through the sewer system if I want to get somewhere fast. So,
in all honesty, I
definitely prefer a
enjoy
car.
the feeling of driving.
aye, definitely better than the smell of the sewers.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of person you
I don't want to meet the man who enjoys the smell of sewage.
Well, I'm heading to my house to change. You all do whatever it is you have
Right.
to do. And Issue just heads to the transmat and eats himself.
Alright, you grab yourself
Buddy
some
just had a
clothes.
thought.
Oh, sorry.
Something about issues in the middle of something. I'll let you tell him.
Yeah, I'm just getting clothes. That's about it. Do we-
Because
I was just gonna tell you to do your thing. God damn. Fucking I hate talking. Okay,
okay.
do the thing.
So, buddy, asking. So you said it was possible that in certain situations we can request equipment.
Yes.
I was wondering if you have like I'm not sure what the technical terminology for it is for, but this sort of creating like a wax face sort of thing, like a disguise kit basically, where are able to create impersonations of unsuspecting individuals.
That sounds like science fiction to me. Here's an image inducer. He slides an image inducer across the table.
No, never mind.
I was
I'll
about to
just-
say
I'll
we
take-
got something for this for the tournament mission.
Never mind. I'll just take a photo of the dock and be on my way then.
Alright. Bluebeard.
Yeah?
What were you doing?
I was just gonna run home and change into some more casual attire. I'd probably
Okay.
also pack some clothes for the trip as well, like casual shirts and jeans, and my spare leg, which is just a normal pig leg.
The lot of you pack then. Preparing for your
Also,
journey.
I would also.
Okay, so
Sorry.
since the disguise kit didn't really work out, I want to go shopping to a place on top of the tailor, to, look around and see if I can get some makeup kits, some
I get what you're trying to. Are you trying to disguise the doctor or disguise yourself as the doctor?
as myself.
Okay, so for disguising yourself, just kind of give me a persuasion roll. This is just gonna be like a how well you get around shopping and what you would end up with.
Alright.
Wow.
Okay.
I got some good deals.
So you do find a costume shop that is a mile or two down the road. While not normally having the inconspicuous thing, you have found out that they do have, well, fairly convincing facial features that, like fake noses that go over your own, that's almost impossible to tell. Different bits of makeup and instructions to change your features to if you wanted to be like an old woman, if you wanted to hide those wrinkles, it could you put yourself together something that you can fairly confidently say, I can be almost anyone with enough time.
Excellent. Well, that probably was a smart idea, maybe to try and change the doctor's appearance, but the equipment.
Alright. So would any of you like to do anything else before you meet back up?
Yeah, Issue's gonna get some silver from a pawn shop and start
Yeah.
making himself some holy water.
You make some holy water, this time not in a toilet.
Yes. Well, yeah, that reminds me.
And he'll buy like a heavy silver cross as well.
Okay.
I was also gonna say I'd probably also grab a bunch of the water bottles from my apartment.
Okay, yeah, you
Emergency water, just in case.
you get 2 packs of water bottles for the trip as well.
Yeah. Not for drinking, it's for using.
Whenever the lot of you meet back up, holy water, disguise kits, and of course everything that's essential for packing, you look out onto the parking lot of the small post office, and you see, well, what you can only assume is Agent Blue Horizon's car.
He is really gonna regret this.
Ooh, slow rider.